Hi, it's Lucy, and today I'm here to do my biannual Bibliothon TBR. So this is the final Bibliothon ever. They're not going to be doing it anymore after this Bibliothon, so I had to take part because the biannual Bibliothon was the first readathon I took part in when I started BookTube so many moons ago. I think it was the first one. Maybe Gramathon was the first. It was one of the first, at least. And so I had to be here for their last one, their final one. So yeah, I'm planning to read for the week of the biannual Bibliothon. If you don't know what the biannual Bibliothon is, it's a readathon that takes place July 11th to the 19th. It is hosted by a large group of people. And so I'll be linking the channel for the Bibliothon down below if you want more information or anything like that. In addition to reading challenges, which I'll be talking about in this video, the Bibliothon also has video challenges that I probably will not be doing because I never do the video challenges. I might try and do one or two. I haven't actually looked at them because I just assumed I wasn't going to do them, but maybe I'll try and do one. We'll see. But for now, we're just talking about the books that I will try to be reading. I am doubling up on challenges for most of them. I've just come to accept, especially while I'm working, that there's probably no way I will be reading 7 books in 7 it's 10 days, but 7 books in 10 days also sounds a little unreasonable. So these are the books that I'll be trying to read. And if I do get through all the books during that week, I'll just find some other books to read. So there's that. So without further ado, here are the challenges and the books that I'll be reading. First, we have the group book, Aurora Rising, which I will try and read because I own it. I usually do not own the group book, so I usually don't read it because I don't care that much, but I own it, so I will try to read it and try and take part in togetherness of a readathon, you know? The next 2 challenges are to read an adult book and read a book based on the cover, and for those 2 challenges I will be reading Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. So I picked up this book based on the cover because it is a gorgeous cover. I had never seen it before, and look at it, come on. It's so shiny. How could you say no? I forgot to tell you what Aurora Rising is about. As far as I know, I haven't really looked into the synopsis, but this is written by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. They wrote the Illuminae series trilogy, which was one of my favorite series of all time, but now it's not. The first book is one of my favorite books of all time, or favorite trilogy starters of all time, but the rest of the series unfortunately brought it down. But anyway, which kind of makes me a little worried for this series, but I bought it because I will tell you why I bought it. Hold on. I bought it because if you pre-ordered this book, and then the pre-order incentive was to get a copy of this pamphlet, which is Memento, an Illuminae Files novella, which maybe I'll add to this TBR now that I brought it out. But basically, it's a prequel to the Illuminae Files, and I am a sucker, so I bought this. Back to Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. This follows a woman named Eleanor Oliphant who is completely fine. I think she has some kind of routine and stuff, and it might deal with trauma or something. I don't know a whole lot about it. I really bought it. I was honestly not that interested in the book, hearing synopses of it, but this cover drew me in, and I was like, yeah, I kind of want to read that. The next challenge is to read a graphic novel. For this, I will be reading Paper Girls Volume 2. This is the second volume of Paper Girls. That was a good explanation. Paper Girls follows these group of girls, I think in the 80s, and some weird paranormal stuff starts happening while they're bicycle route. They deliver newspapers on their bikes. That's the group of girls. And then while they're doing that early in the morning, some weird stuff happens. The first volume was confusing if I remember correctly, but it's been quite a while since I read that, so I might also read the first volume as well because it's been a long time. The next 2 challenges are free choice or a wild card. This challenge basically says to read whatever book you want and a book from an author you've never read before, and I'm choosing to read Bad Blood by John Carreyrou. You know what I'm trying to say, I'm sorry. This is definitely a famous book. The whole saga of the events that happened are pretty famous. Basically, this is a nonfiction book about, I forgot what the company is called, but basically a woman started this company that was supposed to revolutionize the way blood testing worked by, instead of having to take out vials and vials of blood, you're supposed to be able to do all these tests from a single drop of blood, kind of like how diabetics test their blood sugar and stuff. I think that's how it's supposed to work. But the issue with that was that that technology did not exist and scientifically probably could not exist. And so she was doing this for years and getting all these investors and stuff, and then it kind of finally blew up in her face. And this is about how that happened, I think. And it sounds super duper interesting. I first heard about this book from Harriet Rosie, and she really liked it and found it really fascinating. So I want to read it, and I should be getting the audiobook soon. According to my library, I've been on hold for it for quite a while, so hopefully it gets here in time for the readathon. The last 2 challenges are to read a book you were excited for but never picked up, and to read a 5-star read. So I feel like I'm kind of cheating with this one, but I'm choosing to read We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. So this is a book that I was excited for and just never picked up. But is it a predicted 5-star read? Not really, but also I really try hard not to predict 5-star reads, which is not saying that I'll never do one of those 5-star predicted reads videos in the future, but I feel like once I say, oh, this is going to be a 5-star read, then that almost guarantees that it will not be a 5-star read. So yeah, I feel like that puts too much pressure on the books for me, but we'll see. But We Are Okay follows a girl who, I want to say she experiences grief, but I don't remember who dies, and like she runs away to school and she has to come back or something, or maybe she runs away to school and she ends up alone on campus for like a school break or something. I don't remember that well, but the cover is really nice. Look at it. So those are all the books that I will be reading for the Biannual Bibliothon. In case you're wondering, I will not be doing a full-on July TBR because I will also be participating in the Reading Rush, and the TBR for that readathon will be up soon-ish after this one because I will be filming it right after this one. Those are kind of all the books that will be in rotation for the month, and then I'll just add more books as I see fit. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. In the comments down below, let me know what you're reading for the Biannual Bibliothon. Let me know if you're taking part. If you're excited, I'm excited. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make more videos where I talk about books. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!